Oh, wow. Alrighty. Welcome everybody to the second episode of Stormworks. I'm not gonna bother with a fancy intro. Today. Okay, yeah, I said no fancy intro yet. I'm trying to do this voice and everything. That's weird. Alright. I'm in the game. We're going to be doing a mission. Let me find the mission.
So,
Workshop.
if you go into, oh yeah, it is in your workshop.
Right
I'm used to
there,
clicking this.
this one, and then it's spawn mission, confirm. Here we go. This mission is at this moment not available in the workshop for everybody. It's available for me.
So, open up your weather menu.
Weather menu. Yeah, here we go.
Set the time of day to like night.
It's darker.
Now set, yeah,
that's better.
set your fog to like 2-3%. You know, something kind of low. Set your rain to like 60 to 70%.
That will cause thunder. 66.
Sure.
Wind.
You don't need.
Okay, that's good. Tsunami. I like
no,
that.
no tsunamis.
This is my favorite.
You know, you can spawn tsunamis in the mission. Like that is a thing in the when you're in the mission editor, you can trigger a tsunami.
All right, I think the reported location is that it? Is that the only thing over there? I think the island is off over here somewhere with this base, but I don't have your base, so I'm just gonna spawn in the boat right here. Let's go here. Load boat. Please don't freeze on me.
And crash.
Don't be like that. That's not nice. My two viewers, not counting you. That's about it. Hopefully more.
One of them, I think, is us watching our own stream, and the other one, his name is Sub for Sub.
What?
Yeah, unless you watch Miss Breezy's channel, you won't get that right.
No, I don't. I don't even know that channel. Stop advertising other channels here. I don't care if they're not yours. Yay, no lag. Don't you just love no... Oh. Maybe that's where the blur comes in. Yeah, lights.
Yeah, it's more
lights.
noticeable when you have no.
Wait, I did turn on the lights, right? Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Single player is so much lag-free.
I know, right?
Wait, oh, it's controlled by throttles. Really?
No, your clutch is still in your seat.
Oh, so if I put the throttles to max, that doesn't change anything?
Yeah, the spoiler is what's connected to your seat, actually, not a clutch, but it's effectively a clutch.
Alright, this boat is available on the workshop, unlike the mission by the creator, Pete the Boy, who's the voice that you hear.
I have a spooky dog.
He also has a channel. I'm a little bit
We
lazy.
were going to record together in a multiplayer server, but, you know, Stormworks, cough, unstable at the moment. Game.
Yeah, if I happen
You'll probably
not
pass
to
by
link,
the, you're gonna pass by the sub-islands and,
yeah, if I happen not to
where
link
could I know that?
his channel, just, if you click on my channel, it should be under featured channel, so.
Cough, promotion, cough. Hey, at least it's not self-promotion this time.
Yeah. He has more subscribers than me, but I think they're subscribed to him for other games that he plays.
Just random reasons, I don't know, some people just subscribed because I was helpful in a Gary's mod video that was basically a falling swimming animations annoyance.
Oh, that's wrong.
I mean, it does have a distance if you mouse, so if you look at it.
Yeah, I was using the map to see if I could see where this island was. I'm also gonna watch out for this island.
You have to click and pan. If you hold left click, you can.
I don't know why, but I just do this and then I put my mouse where I want it, and then I just keep doing that over and over. Alright, probably very disappointing for some.
Not really.
This thing can get airborne too, which is probably my favorite feature about this. If you really wanted to, just kick up the wind. Eventually, the wind will
Or just
act like
rarely,
a
you might even just kick up in airborne, like just on calm waters.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember once I actually hit something, like it was like an island or something, and then I actually got airborne from it.
Yeah, and that also.
I actually have that. I think I even have that on. I might have that on video because that was around the time I was recording something. Because I was thinking about making like a kind of like if you, what you would see in real life. You might see like an ad for like a vehicle or something. Like I was thinking about something like that. So I was recording like random footage to put in the background.
No cap. Fuel. That's not as efficient as I remember it.
It's only at 97%, right?
Yeah, I remember it.
That's a
more
percentage.
efficient.
Well, that's because they did
more
change it. They equalized the draining of the multi-block structure tanks as well as the regular.
Alright, we're getting close. This thing is really fast. If you adjust these in the correct way, which I still haven't necessarily figured out, they will.
You either go become a U-boat. You either become a U-boat or an airplane.
Yeah. What's a U-boat?
It's a submarine. It's another word because it's an underwater boat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this thing is sealed, so you can go underwater. Just don't open the doors, and there's no extra equipment anywhere. So don't bother trying to swim out. It's deep. Like, there's also no pumps.
Well, it's not supposed to be a U-boat.
Yeah. You should really make it like a you should make it multi-purpose. Because of the ability to do it, it should be multi-purpose.
You know, if you spam the button, it becomes a party horn.
I don't want to spam it. I don't want to break it.
That'd be funny if it actually like spawned disco lighting. Like if I programmed it so like if you spam it fast enough, you just see like lights come on, like different lights. Who is calling? Ignore that call.
Somebody was. Let me. No, it wasn't a party call because it was probably a call.
I'm gonna put myself on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, because I didn't get the call. I'm online, so of course.
Well, you probably aren't in a certain group. So.
Yeah, I'm probably not in the group either. 96% fuel, and we're 1.9 kilometers out. Okay, this is actually.
I mean, it's still efficient enough.
It's efficient enough because that's a lot farther than most boats will travel at 90 and have still 90.
Yeah. Like the second, actually, it's the third boat I made. The third boat I made.
That is actually cool. It's right next to it. Was that intended? Was that intended? Can we please?
I just selected a location.
So that was a random location, and you didn't know it was right next to that?
Oh, I knew it was right next to that.
Is it on purpose, though?
It was just a random sea location that I chose.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. We're not that far anymore.
As you approach the location reported by the Bofa jet pilot, you see something in the distance. It appears to be a boat. You called into the Coast Guard, but you get no response.
Story. I love that. That's actually a really nice feature.
Like I definitely want to see Komodo play this with OB, and then that
you
dress.
should put it in the featured things.
I did put a sneak peek.
Oh, is it just me or am I like not?
You holding W?
Okay, yeah. So that was a little bit closer, not too close. Don't want to get too close.
Yeah. Turn off your spotlights too, just to add to the creepo factor.
I'm just gonna move my spotlights to a different place.
There is supposed to be a shark, but it never shows up. Like, you know,
You have to spawn
you
like more
you
than one if you want them to both
yeah,
show.
because you cast you put up the ad for like sharks wanted, and then they just never show up. Like you hire him and then he just doesn't show up, and he creates some lame excuse,
His eyes were
and then
hurting
you
for
end up
some reason.
firing him. You know, pay him because he didn't show up, and then he tries to tell you some lame excuse.
Should I leave the throttle at 30 if I want to leave? Turn it off.
Um,
We'll turn off on the road, right?
yeah, the reason I usually put it down to 0 when I'm turning off the engines is because they kind of like free fire for some reason randomly when they're revving down. I don't know.
Wait, is the trigger a distance trigger, like when you're a certain distance to it?
It's actually a box trigger
Ooh, that's
relative
actually
to
bad.
the ship.
Because
No,
what
it's not.
happens
Oh, the mission crashed on you.
it appears that the boat is abandoned as you search through the boat.
It crashed on you. It's not supposed to complete at this stage.
Well,
Get back onto the proto boat, despawn the mission, and respawn it.
okay.
You don't even need to respawn your boat. Just respawn the mission and see if it works.
Yeah, the mission is a work in progress, folks.
It's not a work in progress. It's just a bug where it completes in the wrong.
Come on, can I just get onto this, please?
You have to be walking up against it while pushing W and space.
I am walking against it.
Yeah, if you go press N now and just.
Missions, deactivate, delete. I could
You
read
don't
all
even need
that. Remove mission. Mission selector, workshop, there's 3 objectives. It says that it has a requirement. Is that this boat?
It's just small boat. It's just for career mode. Yeah.
Right.
The boat should reappear, and hopefully when you get on it, it doesn't give you a cash reward.
How big was the cash reward
Fingers
again?
crossed.
How big was the cash reward?
Just whatever the game sets it to.
It appears the boat is abandoned. As you search through the boat, you can find not a single crew member or their remains. The life rings you saw outside suggested the crew might have fled the boat. You wonder why they would leave such a pristine boat. Pirates? You continue to search for clues. Wait, is that those engines right there? Because I have a fire symbol right there.
Yeah, that's because your boat's pretty hot.
Alright, yeah.
That's what she
Why
said.
is it not turning off?
They will remain hot for like forever unless you like despawn the boat, like leave the area, and then the boat like comes.
So apparently
They're on the starboard side.
Oh, so they're on the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna actually explore this. That isn't.
Yeah, there is a way to get to the captain's quarters.
There we go. Well, leaving the scene is an option, but I don't think it's that much of an option. I'm getting wet from the rain right there. It's not that much of an option because I would assume that they would have used the rings to continue swimming unless they had a lifeboat. And there's a keypad. Okay, that's wonderful. I don't mind keypads that don't let me into places that I'd like to visit. But then there's always a way around it, because, just to mention, I have been on this boat before. Never mind, there is no way around it. Seams busted. Nice. Wait, does this boat run?
Well, try cranking it up.
Throttle and the shifter. Wait a second. I'm not gonna fall for that. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for something like that. Okay, that's not the one. Yeah, I did forget how. Yeah, I don't remember. It's not all of them. Like that down there, that's what I don't remember. Right now, I have to go to the engine room. Wait, the lamp. This switch goes to seems to be dead. Oh, how'd you make that go active? Interesting.
It's just the default value. In fact, that's actually how it was with the boat anyways.
Please enter digit. I have a feeling you even closed that. Interesting.
There's actually a wooden stopper in there that prevents it from just rolling.
Right. a little bit too bright.
So why don't you go down to the breaker room, flip on all the breakers,
I have a
and
feeling
try
those
and...
Okay. Interesting. I like the added detail. That's totally realistic, as it would not have fallen off the back of the boat if it was actually moving.
Yeah, go to the engine room.
Wait, I need to touch up. What did I do? I missed a door right here. I'm gonna examine everything. Stuff with some computer game.
Read all the drawers on there.
More socks. You spot some My Little Pony socks mixed in there. Full of socks.
Read the sticky notes.
That one just says
You might want to pick up the objects and move them.
For some reason you hear one of the engines in the ship roar to life. Weren't you alone apart from the rock with...
Yeah, you can read all the drawers.
Full of socks. Sticky note, John, please move this back into your room. This is weird.
Yeah, all the rooms have people's names on the buttons.
Okay, so the engine's fired. We're not moving.
One of the ends. Like I said, go down to the engine room.
But we're not moving. I'm not gonna mess with... Should I check any of these? Or,
there's nothing in them.
Anything in there important to the mission?
No.
I keep getting scared that there's a fire on the boat. This door button seems dysfunctional. Interesting choice of words. This door button seems dysfunctional. Okay, I went the wrong way there. No wonder you said not to come in here. Let's just turn this off.
Yeah, you can flip, if you go down to the engine room, you can flip on the breakers.
This is, by the way, totally new to me. I've never played this mission before.
Also, look at the fridge.
Is this the fridge?
Like, the door handle.
The food in this fridge is rotten and smells awful. So it's a double fridge
on the
microwave controls. Wow, you just put names on everything you could, didn't you? Wait, what?
Flip on the breakers.
Why is there an alarm? What? That's overheat.
You want to turn it off?
Seems as if it wasn't wired correctly. Throttle seems busted. I can't turn it off. Navigation light seems busted. Unlabeled sensors breaker looks busted. Deck lights.
Look at the wheelhouse breaker.
Wheelhouse seems like it's been bypassed. Interesting. Door.
Yeah.
Master breaker. Wait, should
Look
I
at
turn
those
that
gauges.
off? These?
Turn on all the lights though. Turn the lights on.
Wait, which one is it?
Turn all the breakers on that you can.
It looks busted. Sick bay, door breaker, kitchen breaker, unlabeled. What in the world?
There's 4 gauges.
470. Okay, that's the password.
4710.
Yeah, or the opposite way. Read out. What is it?
Flip on those other 2 breakers that you didn't flip on.
These.
Yeah, what about that last one?
This one?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Ooh.
You hear an explosion occur somewhere in the engine room, shortly followed by the fire alarm going off. Maybe it would be a good idea to abandon the ship. Wait. 4170. I'm adventurous. I'm not...
Go backwards. Okay, never mind. You could have gone out the other.
I'm not going out the other way. I'm going up. What was that? Is there another ship, or did the foghorn just start off? Oh, you better not start moving. Like, you better not have programmed something like that. I'm just gonna go this way for the sake of it. I was about to say, is that a ship? I took damage from the fire. Okay. Interesting. I'm above, so I should be safe. So it was 4710.
Try rearranging those. Maybe 417?
Zero? Is that more? Okay. As you open the door, you feel a rush of cold air sending shivers down your spine. Then, it passes. Pick up! What is this? Oh, flares. Pick that up, and what? Skylight. That's oh. You hear another much larger explosion. Did the fuel tank just erupt? You think it would be very wise to get away from the ship, lest the fuel tank explodes in a massive recessionary force. I wish that was actually possible.
So what lit those matches? It wasn't you, was it?
No, I didn't light them. I didn't even pick it up. I just walked over them.
Are you sure they lit? Because they don't look lit.
That was a fire, wasn't it? What are they for? Are they a part of the mission? No, you're not. What's the point of having the person who's telling me everything about the mission if you're not going to help me with this? Oh, that was a good job. Alright, who cares? I'm getting out of here before this door closes. I'm afraid you might have done something like that.
No, I wouldn't be that mean.
And then you have to figure something out on the inside to open it up. Alright, let's just jump off the edge right here. I'm going to abandon the ship, as the mission says. And I'm going to begin driving away. Is there a specific direction I should drive away in?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, maybe it's a bad thing I turned off the stuff. That's would have been wise of me not to turn it off. Lift it up right to 30.
Why do you play your foghorn?
I don't know. It's like really mad. So should I just drive away? I guess.
I mean, if you want.
Listen, what is that doing there? Does anybody see that chair? Why is there a chair in the middle of the ocean? Wait, what is that? Are there just random things in the middle of the ocean?
Yeah, it's a new update, don't you know?
Yeah, you put those there. I have a feeling if I was to follow them.
Yeah, and then they just move over to like some secret location. If you tap them, they just go flying in a. And then there's another submarine or something.
That'd be cool, but I doubt you did that.
So where's the crew? There's some life rings out there, but there's no people.
I heard the alarm. I don't think that cargo is important enough for me to try to get.
I don't think you have a place to store it.
I could just throw it in.
Is the smokestack on fire?
Yes. So I think this mission would be a little bit difficult to figure out on. It would take a lot more to figure. A little bit of work to figure it out on your own. So anybody watching this video, forgive me for spoiling that entire mission. But I mean, it's your fault for watching. Then again, totally. Alright, should I just...
Oh, so you notice some of those lights are flickering?
Yeah. Just makes it that much more spooky. Should I go back on?
You could. Why
So,
can you extinguish the fires?
I don't have an extinguisher. Wait,
They need to add a handheld extinguisher.
Yeah, they do. There is a reverse. I'm just gonna reverse. This thing has reverse.
Beep, beep, beep,
Nobody would have believed the jet engine could reverse. But
It's not a jet engine. I need to lower that prop, honestly. It's a bit high. Because it tends to like sit above the water.
Yeah.
And then like the wave catches it.
Since this game doesn't have any explosions that would blow your ship away, thankfully.
Explodes.
There's new updates that I didn't know about.
And then the ship just explodes. And I was like,
that would be hilarious.
Mission failed. You died.
Wait, if you died, does it actually fail the mission?
And no.
floating back.
It is.
Right, I'm gonna
It'll
trust
stop.
that it's not gonna kill me or leave me stranded. I'm gonna have to swim a bit.
Your
I'm also
boat
gonna
just
trust that there's
flies
no
up in the air.
secret things. I don't know what else I could find. Ah, you should put a fire suit somewhere here. You know, just random fire suit. For the sake of exploration, would I take damage?
You are sitting atop the fuel tank, and what's on
Oh.
fire? Some of the engines, so it may have ignited the fuel tank. Yeah, it looks like the fire spread.
Yeah, I can get by
That
that.
engine's now on fire.
Oh! Whoa,
You
that's...
do know there is a front hatch, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm going for, because what if that triggers something never... Yeah, just fall into the fire, that's definitely one. Wait, a front hatch?
Yeah, you didn't see it.
No, I didn't.
It's a working front hatch.
Wow.
Just go use it since you're getting stuck.
I'm just
And
gonna
you're...
burn. That sounds like a good
Also,
idea.
notice some of those throttles don't, you know, those levers don't have any lever in them. Like, those two have levers in them. But look at some of the other ones, and you won't see a lever. Almost as if they're missing.
Oh, those?
Like, look that one down there.
How'd you make them miss?
I just set their max and minimum value to the same setting.
Oh, okay.
I actually like that it does that.
Yeah, hopefully anybody doesn't report this as a bug, because this is actually
It's a
something
feature.
It's a feature, not a bug. Everybody watching, remember that. It's a feature, not a bug. We don't want this to go away. You know there are those...
It actually adds to the details.
Yeah, you know there are those games, there's something really
And besides,
cool
like...
that's, partial glitch, and then they get rid of it for some odd reason.
Yeah, and besides, like, what's the point in having a lever there if you can't change it anyway?
Yeah.
I actually did free cam into the block. I didn't actually see the lever floating in there anywhere, so I think it actually is legit a feature.
That's broken. I'm gonna have to jump. So is there anything secretive here somewhere? Other than that floating chair?
Like you said, look behind you, there's a hatch that you didn't see.
Yeah.
Like that, I think, is on the official version of this ship.
I just don't remember it.
Well, it was a later feature.
Catch myself there, so
Because I realized you might want to be able to get up here if the engines are on fire.
yeah, good thing you realize that. So if I turn
Like, you don't want to be trapped over there, for instance.
So if I turn these on, does it do anything?
I don't know, turn all the breakers on. Try turning all the breakers on. And why are those ones right?
Is that
If
the
you-
order?
If you turn on your flashlight, don't they have a green thing on them?
My goodness. Is that like a glitch in the physics? Wait.
No, that's because I made the additive layer red. Instead of green.
That has a green on it. And over here there's two keys that have a green.
You mean ones that aren't lit?
Yeah. So is there anything special about these?
No, it's just to kind of feel a little bit creepy that those are turning.
Okay, that's cool. Let's see if I can get close without burning myself.
You can read some of those things, like one of the dials doesn't work on the battery.
You put detail into this. Bullshit seems busted.
Yeah, and isn't the pump on? So why isn't it working?
Pump breaker fuse appears to be fried. Well, after
And
a
what's
fire,
going on with the
it's
nav
definitely-
light? Safe here to be on.
Seems but... It's just shaking.
You gonna go onto the axis
I'm gonna go up
down
there.
below? You're not gonna go try looking in through the access hatch?
Oh, I will. First. What?
It might take you a couple tries to get out of that hatch, I've noticed that too.
There we go. It's foggier. Check my weather. No, it's not foggy. That boat's still stationary, gotta make sure of that.
And then 50 sharks just show up.
Yeah, the wanted sharks apparently finally showed up.
Yeah, and then you notice in the top right corner you have like 5 stars. It's like a wanted level.
Yeah.
The shark boys are happy.
Seems busted. Oh wow, you're... Which way? This opens up, so there's no way they'll ever open. Ever. Well, that's a good reason for trying to go there, just to see if it won't, just to see if it won't open. What's around here? You might as well explore, right? Does it do anything if I go away? Like, set the mission? Why does that keep... Oh, that's what
Yeah, remember that fuel in that tank's probably on fire.
Oh yeah.
That's probably really hot right there.
At least the fire damage isn't as bad as I would have expected it to be. It's actually very slow in comparison to drowning or other things like that.
Shit, what lit those matches though?
I don't know what's wrong with them. What? That color.
No, that's just a light bleeding through. You're not gonna explore the crew quarters?
I did. You said there was nothing in there.
No, but you can at least read the names.
You put names on the crew quarters?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that fire's gonna kill me if I go too close to it, so...
That depends.
It does say John. From Ming. Okay. Oh, that was too fast.
What's missing from John's room? If you look at the
John's
buttons,
room.
yeah. So what's missing from his room?
Let me guess. This is Paul Quirr. Wow. That's what's this right here. Wait.
Oh.
Somebody hear that difference? I like the plugs you put right there.
Well, we gotta power the alarm clock.
Something happened to the fire. Jake's private room, do not enter. Oops. I didn't know it was private.
Game crash. Enters the private room, game crash.
Wait, what does this say? Ming's quarters? Wait. That says Ming's quarters, and then this says Paul Quirr. Okay. For some reason I thought it said Paul. None of these say anything on it, which is interesting.
No, they're not as special as Opie's sock collection. I mean,
You're allowed to be bargain. Alright,
he's
so
a meme, an inside joke.
Yeah. If you watch his channel, or any channel with an N in it, you will know why that's so funny. Taking damage. Oh.
You are right above the fuel tank.
Yeah. I don't mind taking that damage.
You know, there is a medical bay.
Yeah, I could just go up there. I mean, this thing isn't sinking anytime soon. I hope.
Explosions.
I'm just gonna re-heal myself in medical bay. Actually,
You know, they need to add an option, and I might have to add this as a suggestion. They need to add an option to cause damage to a ship. Like, put like a damage area, like as a little square where you can like set it to damage a certain area of the ship, and then like of course there's like the size.
like to slowly occur over time.
No, like when you you trigger it, and it like causes damage to it. Like you can have it set to spawn damage, like start damage, or like treat like inactive until. Those are flares.
Why were they active this bit?
I don't know. You open the door, a really cold rush of air, and then there was just normal air, and then those lit up. Almost seems connected. You were chilled to your spine, weren't you? Were chilled to your spine, weren't you?
Oh wait. Are these the door stoppers?
No, you'll see the door stopper.
Oh, is it
They're
really
not powered. No, it's behind it.
Oh, I see it. Right there.
Yeah, if you actually paid attention when you flipped on the crew quarters secondary circuit, it didn't work. You can't flip that circuit up.
Well, this is everything to explore.
Also, the other keypad works, even though it's flickering. They both have the same threshold on them. You might have, it's not right up, it's to the left a little bit.
Oh, it's like a block sort of that.
Yeah, because the door has like a whole block.
There we go.
I need a double-sided keypad.
It was 4, 7, 1, 0. Sure.
Or 170. 4170.
4170. How am I supposed to figure out that it's 4170 if they're not?
Because it's on the gauges down there, left to right.
Oh, the actual way the gauges are pointed?
It's the order of the gauges from left to right. They're pointed to the different numbers.
I think the sick bay is too obvious.
I mean, you are elevated from it, though.
Alright, everybody. According to this update.
I think it's just not powered.
I don't think there is a...
Actually, the light in here works. The light in here works wonders.
There's plenty of light in the fire.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to kill it.
Waiting. Everybody pay attention to that health meter. Just watch it rise slowly.
Zoom in on it. Just go whoosh, zoom in hands.
I don't. Yeah, I don't edit videos.
I do.
He does.
In fact, I even extracted Stormworks music files. So if I ever upload another video of Stormworks, you're probably going to hear Stormworks music in the background. And it's not just going to be in-game music, it's literally going to be like music that I add in post, so that it's, when I make a cut or something, it doesn't abruptly end the music.
Interesting. Sorry for the boredom, but this boat seems to be abandoned completely. There's really not much to do on this boat, other than the mission. I don't know what to do now. What am I supposed to do? Just drive off? I just want this help really cool.
I don't know, I mean, if you want to, you can drive off.
You just keep, you're very like, I mean, if you want, that's what you keep doing.
I mean, if you want to cash in the reward, be like, yeah, I investigated it, guys.
I've investigated, I want my money.
And you're burning fuel. In 2 different ways.
I get it.
And even if the other ship had a fuel valve on it, transferring fuel wouldn't work. I mean, the generator, but G1 might still be on in that boat. Even though it's like burnt, they still seem to run even when they're...
It shouldn't be burning fuel because it's on maxed out.
Don't worry, it's not that inefficient.
No, it's not inefficient at all. Is there a second gear? Nope, there's
no. This one is literally just thrust. Your gear wouldn't make sense because it's literal thrust.
Alright, bye. I'm not even gonna bother with those grades. Is there anything else to do?
Suppose, is that boat setting lower? Or is it just me?
It's setting lower.
Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't go any faster than that.
I think fire does actually sink it.
No, that's because I have pumps.
Oh. Wait, you have pumps pumping water into it?
Yeah, but even though there's like a bunch of them, it's pretty slow. Because apparently it's that bloody massive.
Spawning a tsunami with open doors would prevent that. I mean, I did leave that open right there.
Yeah, but that'd be a bit too extreme, though. That's the thing, is I wanted to keep it kind of tame. Like a tsunami, that's just like no, that's just too much for a spooky ghost. Maybe for maybe for a different mission.
Yes, by the way, I think I didn't mention, this is a series of missions, a story, which means we're left at a cliffhanger, and the next one should explain this. Or just...
Not necessarily. It would just be a different story.
So it's just a different story, it's just going to leave us hanging a question on what happened here.
I mean, it is a ghost ship. I mean, what is to know about it? How are you gonna... I mean, clearly there's 5 crew members, but we have the 4 crew members and the captain, but where are... There was clearly no one on that ship.
Let's see if we can get this thing airborne. I think we're airborne. Yep, we're airborne. That's how you get this thing airborne.
And cue the alarm. It's there for a reason.
That's not good.
And you are doing a backflip, sir. And it's rolling. It doesn't want you to do a complete backflip because the stabilizer, which you cannot disable.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm a stunt pilot, totally. All of this is intended.
And plummets into the ocean.
That was
and then the other alarm goes off.
Come on. This is a lot harder to control now, for some reason.
I mean, the thing you have to do is, if you want to turn very slowly, otherwise you will flip. And that's always been the case.
Yeah, but it's harder to control if something's different about it.
Probably because they changed the aerodynamic physics.
Yeah, making this thing... Oh! That's not what I wanted to do.
And game crash.
This is how you land it, I would hope. Something's wrong. I think it's because of the lever being at 100 at max thrust.
I mean, that shouldn't be, because you're spoiling it with the same way that you would initially or originally increased.
And the best part, it doesn't use that much more fuel than it used to. Yeah, I think I'm kind of gliding. I'm not happy with it. The one I'm
Yeah, you want to like tap it. You want to be very gentle with your turning if you want to turn that way. So there.
I'm just trying to land very slowly.
For that, you just want to. It is when you increase the thrust, it makes your bow go. And plop. That's a lot rougher than I remember.
Wait. It doesn't say I'm sunken yet.
No, because you're not that far down. You have to be like, I think I set the threshold at. So you'd have to be 10 meters under.
Hey, look, it's a perfect submarine. It's just. Oh wait, I better thrust down, or else I will end up airborne again. Oh, everybody! Let's free cam over there quickly. Oh wait, that paused.
You don't. Yeah, you can press P to unpause.
How far can
If you can't get close enough to it, just decrease your field of view. Decrease your field of view. You zoom. Is it finally sinking?
Yep.
Is it finally going under?
Finally going down, and I left half the doors open, so... Everybody
You know, I don't know if I can or not. I might have to test to see if you can interact with breakers the same way you can with buttons in the mission. Is you can actually have it like I actually have buttons down in the access compartment, the one that you can't access because the button's busted. There's little buttons down there that are interacting with the mission. That basically, when a button gets triggered remotely by like a capacitor, because I have a bunch of capacitors down there, which is for like the delay. So when you opened up that only crew quarter door that worked to get into the crew quarters, there's like a 10-second delay before the engine cranks up, and then when that engine cranks up, a button down there triggers, which the mission listens for. So when that button is pressed, it spawns that message. Same thing with the fire, apart from the actual engine fire.
You know, it'd be cool if just as you're leaving, it ends the mission, but it already spawned a tsunami just when it ends the mission. So the tsunami is like almost completely not even expected because you ended the mission, but then the tsunami just comes in from afar. Would you do that? Trigger tsunami, then trigger the end of the mission?
Apparently I have a Stormworks.exe stopped working message ages ago, and apparently it decided it wanted to become crashed, even though I clicked exit game. So I would imagine Stormworks, it would stop working if I, quit Stormworks.
If you happen to be in a survival game, or career game, it is a good thing to spawn this mission in. It's basically a free money. Just make sure you leave spawnable missions in. I'm not sure how long we've been recording. I've been recording. How long have I been?
That can be both a good thing and a bad thing.
So, we're gonna get there really quickly. Where was the creative island on this? Right over here?
I just thought of a way I might actually be able to fix the premature completion. Which, by the way, if you do try to run the mission, after it breaks on you and completes it when you board the boat, none of the other events, it just doesn't, none of the messages will pop up because the mission's over.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's why I had you respawn it then. So if I load Spoopy here, Ghost Stories, I'm gonna see if I edit this mission here, open up the location editor, which I don't actually have the location loaded yet.
I like $12,000, 3 stars, that's it. Is that the best? Or...
That's max. 3 out of 3.
A large fishing trawler have snagged their anchor and lost it at sea. They do not have the equipment to retrieve it, however, they have reported the coordinates. Due to shipping regulations, they will not be able to leave port without an anchor and need our help in retrieving it. The anchor is large and heavy and requires returning to the fishing village, where you will pick it up when they return.
When they will pick it up.
When they, yeah, that's my bad. Let's just instance vigorously that I did nothing. Viewers, do not pause the video on that moment. I did nothing. Oh, and also there's an easier way. If you don't want to pause the video, you could just change the playback speed. But I did nothing. Don't do that. Don't even bother checking. I did nothing whatsoever.
I need to be able to set dependency on triggers. That's why I can't fix it right now. The premature of it.
Let's just open that. What would that do? See the motion blur? Blurred. Okay. I might turn that off. Not that clear. I think I will turn that off. It's not the best. It's not realistic either. So we're just gonna find the creative island, and I think I did nothing, don't worry about it. I think we'll check out the creative island. I'll spawn in another mission that I have, just to show you guys. It's not really a mission, just some cool stuff. Just to make the video longer than what it is, for the sake of being longer. yet? I don't know. I'm already recording. It's not like that. Are those? What does that lever do?
Oh, you know what I just realized?
What?
I might have another way to fix.
Here's a trick. If you hold Alt while holding W, that trim to the left will rise. Just let that rise to 100 if you want max speed, then let go. Let go of W. If I had a face cam, I'd show you, but I don't have a face cam. Let go of W, your boat will run perfectly straight. It won't. Oh, before that can happen. This is totally unintentional. Yeah, maybe not necessarily with this boat, but with other boats it is useful. Use another boat. This can be very useful. Wait, why don't we land on that runway? That would be hilarious. I land on the runway. I'm gonna do that. First, this is the creative island. Is there needs to be yeah, never mind, you said that was, that's right. You have the sensor for it though. Wait, loading vehicles. We're just gonna land on the runway. Strictly control runway landing. Still not successful. We have successfully landed the craft. Yeah, it can't bug out like that. We are above water. That is glitchy. Yeah, it's... oh, no. Turn off the nav lights. Let's just officially land this. Interesting. It's going to cause some major damage. Not that I haven't already caused damage, but I mean... we came out of it. Wait, those still turn. That's cool. Let's just walk through this. So, we landed on a runway with a boat. What? Something's wrong. Why am I running so slow?
Sim speed? Maybe it's the island is just laggy or something? I don't know.
But at this rate, we'll never even get to the... Oh, is that why? No, okay. It says, I like how it says Coast Guard Outpost, right, on the map. Okay, that solved that issue. I think the decorations are gone now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're gone.
I haven't been spotting any robot sharks. The military must have cleaned up all their drones.
Yeah. Alright, now let's check the missions. We will delete this mission. And I meant to delete this mission. Now, I have it, I think it's...
In a minute here, I'll update my mission to see. I'm just testing it right now to see if I fixed it. The premature endings.
This is the one right here.
Basically, instead of having 3 other triggers for the 3 remaining leave zones, I actually made them objectives instead, because triggers, you can't actually set objective dependencies. So they would basically trigger, and then it would make that objective complete before you even get to the objective.
Yeah.
3 other objectives instead that are just blank in description and name, and those set with the same dependencies as the investigate.
It might be this one. I'm not sure. Confirm, select...
You have a lot of missions.
Active... What do you mean I have a lot of missions?
You just have a lot of missions.
Workshop missions?
Yeah, I don't play with missions that much at all.
That's 15.1. I've never used them, I just have them. That says 2, though. Yeah, so I can't find the mission. Yeah, never mind. I've let everybody down.
That's when you find out it got removed, and then game crashed.
If the game crashed, that'd be a good ending.
And on that note, folks.
Yeah. Well, since everything's kind of like, I was gonna show a mission and everything, but this boat right here, I do recommend. It's a pretty good boat. Just so you know, you
that
can look it up.
Cat's
I'm not
boat?
gonna link it. I'm not gonna link it. I really.
You know, Cool Cat, one of his boats actually did get featured by Komodo.
Yeah, it did. In case you watched Komodo, the Cool Cat had a boat featured. The button.
Which you also might end up seeing this mission that he played earlier in the video, because I am actually thinking about submitting it there. I actually posted a teaser.
You posted a teaser on every
server
he's in.
Vague. It was a very vague screenshot.
Yes, the screenshot was literally just darkness, lights.
It was from the perspective of both itself.
Everybody, this is the most makeshift raft you've ever seen. It's also top in the workshop at the moment.
Yeah, what we should do is we should just go in. We should just like conspire to go into Cool Cat's server, which is that, and just like drive around him in it, just to annoy.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I've been delaying.
I should like make mine pink. Maybe you could change your colors. Maybe even get some of the other people like faster than you on it.
I'll ask him what his least favorite color is.
Maybe we should get faster than you, one with a jet engine.
Oh no, that would actually be bad. Besides, the gasoline on this, I doubt is too good. Temperature.
It wouldn't be gasoline, it'd be a jet engine.
Just slowly, the fuel on this thing isn't the best. But I mean, it's
No, but it's still...
It's interesting.
I mean... Ooh. I almost just drove right into my, into the boat here, because I wasn't paying attention. I was texting and driving, essentially.
I've been not paying attention for
Distracted
quite a while.
boating in a jet craft. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? Wanna go on that holiday?
No. I've decided we're ending it in the middle of the ocean, not stranded, of course. Wait, there needs to be a fuel. There needs to be a fuel thing so that doesn't happen, even though it's... Yeah, because look, it's running out of fuel.
I fixed it. It no longer prematurely exits.
Well, there you go, folks. We're ending on a good note. The mission is fixed. If you have any ideas,
I just need to do one more thing, which is that when one of these triggers When one of these objectives complete, the ending objectives, it completes the other three. Because you're not, I'm not going to have you travel to all four ending objectives just to end the mission.
Yeah. So if you have any ideas for the second mission, just a story, something, some storyline like that, just comment down
Yeah,
below.
maybe you could explain what happened here. What happened with that boat that was like,
Any
like
theories for that? Yes, indeed. I will read them. Just remember, if you took too long to answer, I mean, I don't have that many subscribers, so I doubt yeah. I'll try reading them. I'm probably gonna get notifications for a comment, which eventually will be very bad, hopefully. Um, anyways, bye.